This is something that doesn't get talked about a whole lot. Okay, I cover it when I can, when it makes sense. Debt tools in the marketplace today. So many of us that are here present, you've been following me for a while, and you might have a certain type of debt tool for velocity banking, BLOC, HELOC, first or second, right? These are our main debt tools for velocity banking. We know this. Okay, cool. If you've been operating with the same line of credit for more than 2 years, okay, it's important to shop, right? So we want to, going into 2025, what you have to understand is in the last 2 years, it's been really weird with the interest rates, how fast they went up compared to how low they were. You might, depending on where you came in, if you have a HELOC today, second position, a PLOC, and you're at a 10 plus interest rate or higher, in the last 2 years, you've paid off debt and you've improved your credit score. Your DTI is down, your utilization is down, like your income might be higher now. Like, you need to go shop. We need to have a conversation. You say, Denzel, let's go, let's research. You need to shop, you need to explore other banks, credit unions, because today, 2025, are now at 7.5%. So if you have a 10% HELOC in the second position, you have a 9% HELOC in the second position, and you've had that for 2 years, a year and a half, and you've done a lot of work with it, it doesn't hurt to consider going to a different bank and locking in a 7.5 interest rate for the next 2-3 years, or getting a fixed intro rate for 5%, 4%, 3%, right? 6%, 6.5%, because those rates are coming down pretty fast. So you got a lot of banks right now making some pretty cool offers on a lot of different tools. And let's just say that in the last 2 years, as rates were going up, maybe you acquired more debt. You got a car, 8.5%. You took out a loan for 12.5%. And if your credit's still good and you're rocking and rolling, you're paying down debts, you're following the plan, you're doing everything accordingly, we could be saving a lot of money by improving our debt tools. How to improve our debt tools? Do the same thing you did when you were searching for the first tool. So we take the same rules, we do our homework, do our research, call banks, ask questions, build relationships with credit unions, narrow it down to one. Okay, this is the one that I want to do business with. Open up a checking and savings with them, and you explain to them, hey, I have a bank over here at ABC. I want to come over here to 123. Would you be able to pay off my HELOC, and I can have a HELOC with you guys? My HELOC is at 9.5%. You guys are promoting 6.49% for 1 year and then 7.5% afterwards. Can we do business? Is this a possibility? Right? You'd be totally upfront with them. And the transition process from application to implementation might take you 2 months, right? And so there might be a 30 to 60 day period where we're not doing any velocity banking. So obviously that would say cost us some money, cost us some interest, because we're not doing velocity, because we're wanting our credit to be stable, right? So we don't want to have all that crazy fluctuation. So let's say we put a halt. So now we're losing, right? Because we're not doing the strategy. That's okay. We're willing to take a minor loss to achieve a major gain over here. If I can cut off 2.5% cost of money, what does that potentially equate to for the next 2 years of your debt elimination plan? That could mean thousands of dollars in savings. So if I have to lose $100 over here for the potential of saving $10,000 in 1 year, I'm willing to take that bet. Reason being is, what have I been doing the last 2 years? If you've been following our plan, what have you been doing? You've been paying off debt. You paid off a car. You knocked out all these credit cards. Your mortgage is down, right? Like, let's remember, like, when we're zoning in on debt elimination, you're making the monthly minimum payments on everything else on time. Everything's on time. So all those balances come down slowly. And meanwhile, you're accelerating one debt at a time. So your overall DTI goes down. Your overall utilization goes down. Your overall credit score increases. That opens up opportunities. And I'm talking within just a year and a half, 2 years. Creates a lot of opportunity. And so again, just to remind you, we went from low interest rates, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, it went like this. 24, it went like this and down a little. And now we're in 2025 and it looks like we're going to start coming down a little bit, right? And then we might kind of stay at a certain rate for a period of time. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time there. Review your debt tool. What interest rate am I at? If you're above 7.5 by a lot, right? Like if you have an 8.5 HELOC, and you've had that for only a year, we may want to stay there, just, do the moves that we already set out. And then once you bring the HELOC to a true zero, then we can evaluate and say, okay, is it worth taking the time to shoot for another, HELOC where we can get a lower rate? And in many cases, the answer is yes, especially in this environment right now, with interest rates now starting to come down.